There was a name on campus that people didn't just recognize. They avoided. Ethan Blackwood. When he walked through the halls, conversations died. Laughter faded. People stepped aside, not out of respect, but fear. He had everything most students only dreamed of: money, power, influence. But none of that was the reason people feared him. It was what he did with it. Ethan didn't just break rules, he erased them. One afternoon, in the crowded courtyard, a struggling student stood in front of him, hands shaking, unable to repay a small debt. Ethan didn't shout. He didn't need to. He simply smirked and humiliated him in front of everyone. No one stepped in, not because they didn't care, but because it was Ethan. Another day, a professor tried to stop him from leaving mid-lecture. Ethan paused at the door, glanced back with cold eyes and said, "You don't control me." Then he walked out like nothing, and no one mattered. That's how his name spread. Not as a student, not even as a troublemaker, but as someone who could ruin your life and feel nothing. But behind that power, there was silence, a massive house, empty halls, a father who replaced presents with money. At night, when no one was watching, Ethan would sit alone in the dark. No noise, no people, no mask, just him and something he never understood. A hollow feeling he didn't know how to name. So every morning, he put the mask back on, the fearless, untouchable version of himself. Then she arrived, a new semester began. New faces, new voices, new noise, and among them, Lily Carter. She didn't stand out the way others did. No expensive clothes, no loud personality, just quiet confidence. She listened more than she spoke, observed more than she reacted. And somehow, that made her different. The moment. Everything changed. It happened in class. The professor asked a difficult question. No one answered, until Lily slowly raised her hand. Her voice was calm, precise, confident. She didn't just answer. She understood. The room responded with impressed murmurs. From the back, Ethan watched. Something in his expression shifted. Then he laughed, soft, sharp. So this is what impresses people now. The room turned. Ethan stood, walking forward slowly, answering questions like a machine. A few students laughed. He stopped in front of her, looked her straight in the eyes. "Tell me, without your perfect answers, what are you actually worth?" This time, the laughter spread. But Lily didn't move, didn't look away, didn't break. She stepped forward, just once, and said quietly, "One day, you'll look into people's eyes searching for respect, and you won't find it. Silence, not even a whisper." Then she added, "And that's when you'll realize you were never powerful, just alone." Something hit, not his ego, something deeper. And for the first time in a long time, Ethan had nothing to say. That day didn't end for him. It stayed, burned, repeated in his mind. A girl stood in front of everyone and broke me. It wasn't love. It was anger, pride, a need to take control back. So Ethan did what he always did. He watched. He didn't watch to understand. He watched to destroy. He followed her patterns, her routine, her habits. He told himself, "Everyone has a weakness. I'll find hers." He saw her in the library, late, alone, studying. He saw her helping a struggling student, patiently explaining things no one else cared to. He saw someone mock her once, and instead of reacting, she smiled, gently, and walked away. That confused him. No anger, no fear, no breaking. Days turned into weeks, and still, he found nothing. Something changed. Without permission, One night he sat in his car outside the library, waiting, watching. She walked out holding her books close, tired, but peaceful. There was something in her eyes, something he didn't have. And suddenly, the anger wasn't there anymore. The plan to hurt her disappeared, replaced by something quieter, stronger, dangerous in a different way. Back home, Ethan stood in front of the mirror. For once, he didn't see power. He saw everything he'd done, every person he hurt, every empty victory, and her voice. You were never powerful, just alone. This time, he didn't fight it. He felt it. Slow, painful, real. He stopped picking fights, stopped humiliating people. One day, he apologized. The same student he once embarrassed couldn't even respond. He just stared. Because this wasn't the same Ethan. Or maybe it was the first real version of him. The campus noticed. Whispers changed. But Lily? She didn't react. She just watched. Under a tree in the quiet campus garden, Ethan finally walked up to her. No arrogance, no mask, just truth. At first, I watched you because I wanted to break you. She didn't interrupt. I thought you were pretending, that you'd crack like everyone else. A breath. But you didn't. I did. His voice softened. Somewhere along the way, I stopped hating you. A pause. And I started needing you. Then finally, I think I fell in love with you. Silence. Long. Heavy. Then Lily spoke. Softly. I know. His eyes lifted, surprised. I saw everything, even the part where you hated me. That hurt more than anything. He swallowed. And now? She looked at him. Calm, clear. Now, you've changed. A flicker of hope. Then, but not for the right reason, it shattered quietly. You didn't change for yourself. A step back. You changed because of me. His chest tightened. And I can't be the reason someone becomes a better person. Her voice wasn't cold. It was honest. But I'm proud of you, Ethan. A faint, bittersweet smile. Because for the first time, you met yourself. Days later, the news spread. Lily Carter had been accepted into one of the best universities in the world. The day she left, Ethan stood at a distance. He didn't call her name, didn't try to stop her. He just watched. Because this time, he understood. Some people don't come into your life to stay. They come to change you. And Ethan Blackwood, for the first time in his life, he wasn't feared. He wasn't empty. He was real.